So everyone's going to kind of come down at the same time. You can see a couple of them like pass out. There's 3 of them that are just like beside themselves. There's a couple of people walking away. The queen actually seems pretty calm relative to everyone else. She's kind of still feeling a little bit meditative or whatever, sitting there thinking about her father and stuff like that. So it's hard for her to actually feel the high because she's just so somber. Yeah, so you guys can both make your saving throws. Like I said, Sai, you can do a bonus or a advantage on it because you didn't take as much of a dose as some of the other people did. Yep, sweet. So you come down. You don't experience a low. You just kind of gently, relax back into a sitting position. There's actually a bench right here behind you if you'd like to sit down there. So you're just kind of relaxed and you just feel like you've had a very transformative experience in the forest here. And you kind of walk away with kind of an elated feeling. Dash?
I have a bad time.
Yeah. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to kind of slump over there, except walking away feeling elated for Sai. For you, it's, sitting there kind of in a depressive state where you maybe even start imagining that your wings are falling apart and you're falling back into the forest. You're kind of crashing through the twigs and you're not really as much having a good time with this. Let's see here. Can you roll a d4? Oh.
Is it /r or exclamation mark?
/r. So for the next 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, that one doesn't.
Well, no, it's if I do any checks within the next 10 minutes, I get a -1d4.
Yep.
So if I'm going to try to be diplomatic, if I'm trying to be dexterous or whatever.
Yeah.
No, this is only charisma based. Rose using charisma.
There you go. Let's see here. So at the end of your low here, you're going to do another DC wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom or constitution?
I'm sorry, constitution saving throw. I misread that.
All right, I'm probably going to want to use my inspiration. Okay. I could use that after I roll, right?
I would prefer if you used it before you roll. No, Nathan?
No, I had been saying yes, you can use it after you roll, and as soon as you said no, I was like, no, you can't use it after you roll.
Yeah, I think it's after you roll, but before you know the outcome. But since you already put out the outcome, I'm leaving it up to you.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't. Well, you guys have DM'd a lot more than me. I'm not exactly sure how inspiration works. What would you say,
Eric? It's your game. Don't worry about the rules for everybody else and how other people's games are ran. This is your game. You choose.
Right. I would say that just for me, I would prefer that you announce it before your roll.
Then that's fine.
Yeah, just because it yeah, I don't know. I mean, the inspiration is nice in that way, I guess, but
That's perfectly fine. Just it's all about consistency. That's all.
yeah.
Oh fuck.
Do you have any modifiers to your Constitution, or is that?
That's already with a +1.
All right. Well, you're gonna feel some addiction to this stuff.
I'm gonna kill a bitch.
I'm going to tell you right now, it'll be a very mild addiction where you're going to feel like you would really like to get some more. And I don't think you're even going to feel these withdrawal symptoms until probably the middle of the night.
That's still, I mean, that's pretty soon afterwards, but okay. Still. How long does it take to go? Well, I mean, I guess I'll find out. Never mind.
Nathan? Oh, I see. I was going to say, I see that you're sending stuff, but I didn't know if it was pertinent. Sorry about that. So,
And doesn't Sai have to make a Constitution saving throw as well? Oh no, never mind. It's set low.
Yep, she succeeded her wisdom, so she doesn't get the low. And the low is what initiates that Constitution saving throw
Gotcha.
addiction.
If I would have known that, I would have rolled advantage on the wisdom. That's all good.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's see here. I mean, I'll just say this once. Don't do drugs. If you don't want any negative consequences, just
Oh, I am fully aware of this as me. I don't do any of that. I only drink alcohol and very sparsely at that. But yeah.
You mean you don't do any of this or this? Just start. No, just kidding.
To be fair, you
Spice
did
is bad.
quite heavily into
I
this.
did. Hey, that was the queen. But I mean,
Was it, Eric?
well, I
Spice is
am
bad,
merely a vessel.
Stay away from spice.
Yeah. So the queen is going to kind of stand up and she's going to kind of, gesture for everyone to disperse. It's starting to get dark here. So basically, everyone knows that's in the village that this is kind of bedtime. And so they start like flipping back through the trees up to their huts and things that are in the trees. So you're left standing there. There's like 3 of these people who are feeling the same way that Dash is feeling, including this one that just loves the stuff. He's sitting there too. Sai, you're basically conscious, ready to go, whatever you want to do again. And the queen starts making her way towards her hut over in this direction here.
Try and catch her before she leaves, if that's possible.
Yep, for sure.
Okay, I'm going to stand up, make my way over to where she is heading out, and say, "If I may please have a moment of your time, Your Majesty."
Yes. What would you like to know?
I had hoped again to impress upon you how helpful and how much effort Fruhe went to assist us with the return of your father's mount. I know that there is a great deal of hardship that has passed between your people and his, but I truly believe that he could be a voice of reason for your people amongst his own, and I honestly think that he wishes for peace between species. I feel that you are making an error in treating him as an enemy when he could be one of your truest allies. I just ask that you consider this.
I'll kind of say what I said before. I don't feel that this mayor, Fruhe, is has any power. You know, he's a mayor of Rebel. His people are here in my village seeking shelter. If he was a better leader, maybe his people would be safe right now.
He has had less than the passing of the sun in the sky to take control of this situation. He felt it was in your people's best interest to return Brenko to you before trying to make his way to Dapadal City and make any kind of effort to consolidate the situation here. His role as the mayor is very new to him, as is yours as the leader of your people. You must allow him at least the opportunity to try and speak on your people's behalf. If he is, as you say, and has no power and no standing, then what have you to lose by letting him at least go to Dapadal City and speak out on behalf of your people? You lose nothing by releasing him if he has no value to you as a prisoner.
The Graham do not speak on behalf of my people. I can speak on behalf of my people.
Then do so.
His people are dead, or they are sheltering in their own cities, or in my city. And I'm sorry, I don't feel any sort of remorse for the Graham. They certainly didn't take any mercy on us when they enslaved our people. They never stopped to think what the consequences might be of taking over a planet that's not theirs. They destroyed our villages. They cut down our ancient trees. They gave away our fuel to the Empire back when it was the Republic. These are not people of which I want to do any sort of negotiating with, and they can burn in hell. And she's gonna try to end the conversation and walk away.
Okay, as I'm not going to make an effort to stop her, but I am going to say as she leaves, I am not in any way trying to minimize what your people have been through. You have experienced tragedy beyond measure. But what I do say to you is that you cannot judge the actions of a single person by the actions of a race of people. I ask that you judge him based on his actions, his efforts to speak to your culture and do right by your people, and not the actions of his species. And I'll let her go.
She's gonna say, if Fruhe is so noble, why is he alive while so many of his people suffer? And she's gonna walk over to her hut here. And she's gonna retire for the evening, as far as you know. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna run back to Keb and them quickly here. So Keb, you're back in the ship, but just for now, I put you in this area because I don't think it'll take you extremely long to get back. So you're in the ship. Your guest E1. Prince Boy, Rek, is back at his shop waiting for you. Nope. He is wanting to see the ship, but he is still in his area, and I did say that. No, that's okay. So he's still waiting for you back here. He just continued to tinker with his stuff, and he's probably going to end up resting here because he just does that very often, where he tinkers through the night and stays here. But he was letting you guys go to get the ship and bring it back. Audio wise,
We can't hear Kev at all again.
Can you hear me now? Mic check.
You sound really distant.
so weird. He's like literally right in front of us, just like I was here. There you go. I don't think he probably says that on the keyboard.
Okay, how about now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Can you hear Eric?
Is he saying anything?
No. Just go ahead now.
Okay. I guess I will introduce the new E1 unit to English.
How's this? Can you hear me?
Come on, closer, baby.
Wait, this is just weird now.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, I bring E1 to the ship and introduce him to Aglaia.
I will excitedly run in and get my stuff.
And I watch you just roll by me. Okay. What's going on?
Back in credits, because I need to know how many you had, because I have those now.
Where are my credits?
What credits? You don't have any credits. What are you even doing on here? Get out, that's not yours.
These are my things.
You are
I am
dead.
Macbeth. I am MacArthur.
You're gonna try and take the stuff you're stealing away from you. It's not yours.
I will take it. I will. Can I roll contested athletics here?
Aren't you an astromech still?
What's your point?
Athletics as an astromech? Are you gonna fall over in a really cool way?
So I take my stuff.
What makes you think is your stuff?
I have already said I am Macbeth. I am MacArthur. I am McCartney.
How is that even possible?
I contain all of the memories.
Okay. How?
Do you retain memories? Did you blow up again? I'm asking you in character. Like, are you new again?
I am new again. Sounds a little dejected, just kind of like.
Okay. What happened? And I turned to the other.
I don't remember. Eric, what happened?
I guess the memories didn't transfer.
Oh.
So what happened last session, or the last session that E1 was a part of, he was trying to disable the tracker on the ship. When you guys were in the red area of the city, do you guys remember that? Nathan wasn't actually present at that session, so he waited with the ship and tried to disable the tracker the whole time. And at the very end, he, as he was working on the ship, an exhaust hole or some sort of explosion occurred while he was working on this, and it blew the head off of the E1 unit that was working there, E1 Macbeth. So they gathered the crown, all that stuff that was on E1's body is on the ship. That's what he's trying to get back now. Yeah, so basically the previous E1 Macbeth's body is there with no head and pretty much all the stuff that he had. I don't know if there was a question attached to the beginning of that, or if you guys just wanted to know what the backstory was for E1 Macbeth dying. I don't think Ewan McCartney or you would know that. I think he's given you an explanation, and he was stronger than you in the athletics check, so he has the stuff now. You guys can continue to role play that, but that's what's happened.
Is Keb talking to us?
What are you thinking, Leia?
I don't have any horse in the stable or insectomorph in this resurrection pod.
All right. So you're McCarthy now. Are you going to blow up like your other ones did? I mean, we've only had about 3 hours with the last 2 iterations of you, if this is actually a reincarnation effect. How long until you blow up?
I do not have an accurate countdown of my life expectancy.
Confirm that when your life expectancy is up, you explode?
That has not been the case.
I beg
As
to
far as I
differ.
know.
Vibro daggers, an explosion. Sticking your dongle in the wrong hole, an explosion.
Not only that, but it seems like everybody's staying 10 feet away from this one. But I'm not there.
Spelling, Leia.
What's that?
Apparently, the Prince Regent or King Regent, the brother to the Queen,
Yeah.
is a techie like I am.
Okay.
And I've got a very dumb idea that might save us a lot of trouble of trading him this ship for some of his stuff.
And is that stuff going to be able to get us off this planet? Because if so, that's probably a dumb idea.
Well, it'll be able to enhance the stuff we already have and give us other transport options. Because he's got 3 speeders.
I mean, I've been away, obviously, guarding the ship. The thing that you're telling me that we're now going to try to trade away. However, what you're saying is you want to trade our ship for the possibility of getting a different transport means?
Well, no, I want to trade our ship 4 different transport means that aren't going to be instantly recognized by the Empire the second we try and go anywhere.
Well, I should ask, how do you know that our ship is flagged?
Because we flew past the field of stormtroopers as we left the junkyard.
Another thing that I didn't see. Okay.
Kevin, not necessarily no. Just
Yeah, I'm making a very big assumption that having 20 plus stormtroopers following me and Sai away from where they were positioned directly to this ship and then flying away in this ship may have alerted at least one of them that this ship exists.
All right. So I'm down. Can you fly the ship?
the Toro Green definitely knows that his ship is taken. Just as an
I-
added.
I'm with you. Can you fly the ship to where we need to trade it, or are we?
If I can fly the ship.
Because as I explained, I cannot see very far.
Do you have my credits?
Do I have your credits?
Yes.
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
How many did you have, McCartney? How many?
2,600.
So wealthy now.
All right. Well, if you can fly us there, let's fly us there.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
No, we can.
Yes.
Clicked as I was moving this, it has my computer has an off button on the side, and it just dimmed the screen and disconnected my Discord. But so we're back.
Oh, no.
Sorry, technical difficulties. We're just gonna pal up here. Yep. Here we go. All right.
Okay, so what point did we disconnect at and what point are we at right now?
You talking to me?
Yeah, because I was mid sentence with you when the computer blacked out. I don't know how much got said or what your last.
He said that we're going to go try to trade a ship and the possibility of getting another ship because the ship is recognized.
Okay, yeah, and you started asking me a question. I missed the question.
Who did?
You started asking me a question, and I missed what the question was because the computer shut down.
I think that's the point where you said you can fly this ship, right? Because I'm blind.
Okay, I hear Eric talking right now. You're talking through his thing, I'm assuming. Yes.
Yes, we're right next to each other.
I'm like, I didn't ask you shit, Eric. Okay. Can you fly the ship to where we need to go to trade the ship?
Yes, I can.
We should probably do that unless you want to carry it.
I can't do that.
Awesome.
If you're gonna pilot it, do you want to make just a piloting check? All right, so you begin flying over there. I mean, it literally takes you about a minute to fly there because it's so close. It's just right inside the tree line, pretty much. Is there anything you guys want to do along the way, or do you want to just land there?
Well, I'm pretty sure Psy, Dash, and Talus do not have communicators or comm links.
I don't believe so.
So I'd like to try and confer with them before just selling the ship out from underneath them or finding out what they want, possibly. But I'm not sure how to do that because I'm not R.
You could possibly ask your new friend, or you could make a decision because you've got 50% of the party with you right now. So
Okay, McCarthy, how do we contact our friends inside the city? If you know.
Do you have my credits?
No. I do not have your credits.
Then we will need to go find them.
Do we communicate with the rest of the party about trading the ship for speeders?
At this point, you can see Wreck is kind of running out here, and he sees the ship, and he's just like in awe. He loves this thing. As it's falling down, he's just like, oh, just loving what he's seeing.
All right, decisions made.
I think it would be unwise to trade the ship for ground transport.
I think it's unwise to get the Empire on our tails unnecessarily. So I guess we got one vote against, one vote for. And Glade, do you have a vote?
I mean, I guess I don't want to be the only tiebreaker here, but I'm for doing whatever option makes it so the Empire can't follow us.
All right, so we'll sell the ship then. Unless we can get a hold of the other people in the city. And McCarthy, do you have any way of doing that?
That I can think of.
I do not.
So this city has no communicators, no anything inside of it? Not even an AM shortwave?
I definitely have technology proficiency, but Eric, do I have knowledge of those things?
You would know that there is no technological way to reach the people in the upper village. The only one who likes tech and the only one who embraces technology is Rec.
Do we have like a megaphone speaker?
Ooh. No, I don't believe that you would. There is a horn on the ship that you could maybe reconfigure, but it just makes the one tone right now.
Okay. How far away is this village?
Not very. I mean, it's just another 1 minute flight.
Okay, by not flying.
Just up and over?
It's a 5 minute walk.
Oh hell, if it's a 5. All right, let's just take this thing to the village then, where the rest of the party is.
The ship?
literally,
The conversation.
you went down one fork, we went down the other, and that was it.
Hey, can we sell this ship, guys?
They didn't say no.
Let's bring the princeling and go find the rest of the party. We can negotiate with the rest of the party then.
Okay. Is there a way to lock this ship?
I mean, I can put turrets on it that'll shoot anything that comes onto the ship.
Okay. How does it recognize us?
It recognizes me.
Okay. How does it recognize us?
It doesn't. It only recognizes me.
Lovely. Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
So, Red, you guys are talking about this. He's like walking around inspecting the ship, and he's still just loving everything he's seeing. He's walking around, and pretty soon he's on the other side here while you guys are talking about all this stuff. He's just kind of engrossed in whatever technology is on this ship.
Okay. After everyone has left the ship, I will set up the defense turrets and get Rec to follow us to the city, or ask him. okay, we need the rest of our friends in order to negotiate trade. Could you take us to our friends?
Without looking away from the ship, he's going to say that E1 can take you there. Oh man, this is awesome.
I'll stay with him. Why don't you go get everyone else?
I'll go disable the turrets.
Thanks.
Well, and when you said that you were waiting for everyone to leave the ship area, that's the only reason I didn't shoot Wreck, because he hasn't left the ship. So I was waiting for him to leave the ship for that to happen, but he's still inspecting it. He just loves this thing.
Right.
Egglea, you're going to stay behind?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're voting for Cell.
I mean, I don't want to be the tiebreaker. Like I said, go find the other people. But sure, I mean, it sounds like a good plan.
Okay. I just want to make sure, because if you're not going to be there for the conversation, that
Yeah.
I'm conveying your wishes to the rest of the party.
For the love of God, I want to sell the ship. Go get
Okay.
our friends.
Fine. Come on, Mr. Explodey McSplodey-Bot.
As we're on our way there, and I'm going to be leading the way here, I'm going to ask, so why is it so important that we not have the same ship we were seen with? I don't understand the danger.
The danger is you'll blow up again.
I can understand that.
You don't understand that if we don't, you'll blow up?
I can, yes.
Oh, okay. And how much do you know of geopolitics?
Eric, how much do I know of geopolitics?
You would know everything that you have learned since being connected with Bruhe at the shipyard.
Enough.
Okay, it is my belief that what happened to that city back there will happen to that ship if we bring that ship near the Empire.
Do you know who has my credits?
As far as I know, Poro does. Because they got turned in with the rest of the stuff. As far as I know, they were included with the rest of the stash. I didn't see Sai take them.
Oh, was my body given to Poro?
Yeah,
Were my gavels given to Poro?
yeah.
Fuck.
Like,
The one thing I noted
I did not realize that.
armor, and I took your credits, so we have your armor.
Yes.
as far as I know, everything else got turned into Poro. Like, there's nothing else of yours on the ship because we had no use for it. We had no E1 units. So, as far as I know, unless someone has done something without my knowledge, my character believes Poro has all your stuff. If it is even your stuff.
I understand.
We turn our attention to the village here. Let's see here. I'm just going to open this up. At night.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I actually found 2 maps that were created by some amazing artist. I'm sorry that I don't know. But let me just go to. Don't look at my GM screen. Just kidding. Oops, I didn't mean to reveal. No, that is actually nothing that you. Let me just go here, and I need to move Nathan. I cannot see anybody on this screen. All right, you guys might have to drop in your characters. Sorry about that.
Why did things change? I haven't this entire time. It's just a swamp.
Oh, I might need to still move you. I know what's going on here. There we go. Maybe that'll help. You're still. Wait a second here. Aglaya?
Yeah, now I see it.
Oh, that was weird. Okay. So there you go. You guys find yourself in the Doug area at night, Keb. And E1, you're not quite there yet, but you are right at the very entrance where you need to crawl up. So Sai and Talus, I see that you guys have been doing some role play there. If you want to just continue it here so we can all hear you.
At this point, I think we have two options. Diplomacy has failed. So, we can either assassinate the queen and put someone in power that we can actually use, or we can break Fruhe out of jail and take him to Dapadol with us if we think he is useful. Or we can simply stay on the path we are on now, maintain friendly relations with these people, and leave without incident and without Fruhe.
I do not wish to incite to get in the middle of these species disagreements.
I don't either, but if it is our best option to get off this planet, which is very rapidly being populated by the Empire, then it might be our best choice.
It is something we should consider. We should consult with the others.
Do you know where they are? Do you see any others here? It is you, me, and
And are you going to do it? Will you be the one to assassinate the queen?
I was the one that attempted diplomacy, remember? I think it is probably a good idea for someone else to step up to the plate at this point.
That's one interesting way of doing diplomacy.
Didn't see you making any contributions to that conversation, Dash.
There wasn't much room to step up.
No, especially not after you allowed yourself to be clouded by drugs.
Well, sometimes if you want to get started off on the best foot, it doesn't always start off on the best for you.
No, apparently not.
But how I see it is we have something that we could be able to offer them that isn't coming from anywhere else. They obviously don't like the Empire. They obviously don't want the Empire here. We might be able to work with them into helping to possibly resolve that, to be able to get a ship to get off of this planet.
How would you suggest we do that? We have no means to assist them in their struggle.
I think we have more means than what we give ourselves credit for.
Please feel free to elaborate.
What do you propose?
I think what we need to do is we need to make it difficult for the Empire to stay here on this planet as much, or at least as much difficulty to dissuade them to stay here. make it so it's not worth it for them.
How would you suggest we do that without engaging in direct conflict with them?
Well, see, that's the whole thing. Who said that we weren't gonna get into direct conflict?
I do. If you wish to attempt to overthrow the Empire or fight against the Stormtroopers or to take
No.
on Vader himself,
See,
I am.
this is the thing, Sai. You jump to the most extreme possibility when it's not in your favor. I didn't say anything about overthrowing the Empire. I said just make it difficult for them to stay on this planet.
What you suggest is going against a force that has greater numbers and greater power than we could ever hope to amass. You are
Everyone has greater numbers than we do. I mean, there's only a handful of us.
Then the best possible resolution we could hope for is that we are not immediately overrun. It is not worth staying to fight a losing battle.
Every battle is a losing battle.
As long as the Empire is there will be conflict.
And I am not ready to begin it.
Look,
No wish for it.
we're with a group of people that know this planet better than the Empire.
Yes,
Oh,
that is an advantage to us.
We are with
Exactly.
a group of people who have no technology and limited numbers. They could
Every numbers are limited.
fail against the Empire.
No
They are
one's
resourceful.
no one's resources are infinite.
It
As much
matters
as
not
they
at
might-
all when they have a fighter blotting out the sun who could send down a beam of energy to destroy this village in a moment. We have literally just experienced the Empire's power over this planet, and you want to incite them?
Yeah, then it sounds like we need to give them motivation to go someplace else that they might be needed.
I admire that you are so confident in your abilities. But if you wish to do this, you will do it alone, because I will not place myself in that level of danger, and I will not put myself against the Empire.
So, do you speak for everybody else in the group? Alice,
for my-
she speak for you?
She does not.
So, when you say that you're not willing to stay here and that I would be alone, you are assuming that you are speaking for everybody else.
I am speaking for myself. If this is
So it's possible that you are going to be staying
then
here
I
alone.
will go alone.
You get the right to make your decision as you choose fit.
I do not wish to attempt suicide, which is what you are suggesting.
No, I'm not.
My path is my own.
I'm not wanting to commit suicide. I'm wanting to use the assets and the resources we have at hand.
There are no assets here. They fight with sticks and stones against laser weapons.
You say there's no assets here, yet your little boy toy almost took off with our ship from the scrapyard.
Is not an asset. The Dug have. That is the Gran who have these technologies and these abilities. And
So-
how successful their attempt to stand against the Empire was in the ruins of the city we have just left.
So if he's not an asset, what is he? Because you're talking about possibly leaving him behind.
If I cannot arrange a way to free him, then he is no longer useful to me.
See, now you're talking about him like he's an asset.
I am talking about him like he was a useful contact to have when we could go to Dapadal City and get a ship off of this planet. And if he cannot be used for that purpose, then he is of no use.
Talus, doesn't that sound a lot like an asset?
I challenge you,
Under the right
Dash,
circumstances.
of a asset that cannot be freed from a prison by a maniacal queen who has no interest in dealing with a species who not only have a superior technological advantage against their own, but have subjugated them for millennia.
Darling, all I'm saying is that you're talking about somebody like that you're using as an asset, but you saying that there's no assets here. You might want to get your definition on what an asset is and the different potential that different assets may have for us. That's all.
I welcome you to make the arrangements as you see fit.
Does that mean that you're going to
Speak for myself. I will not attempt to combat the Empire. If
All right.
that is the direction you wish to travel, I will not be joining you. It is your decision and it is mine. I tell this to you as someone who does not wish to struggle against impossible odds.
someone that's willing to bend over
One sec
backwards
here.
for everyone and all the different men? You sure are going to be walking alone quite often, aren't you?
Not for long.
All right, I'm going to have you guys roll against each other for the last word before E1
Oh, I don't care.
lands on the platform here. So
I'll
you
let
guys
him have it. I'll say what I
just roll.
so he's welcome to take the rest of the argument as he wishes.
I don't think I would care if E1's coming in.
All right. Well, I just was going to I want you guys to finish role playing it, but I also want E1 to interrupt. So I do want you guys to roll. So if you guys want to make a last point, and you can roll, and then if you don't want to choose to make any more points to each other, that's fine. But E1's going to interrupt regardless.
That's fine. What do you want us to roll?
Just a D20. All right.
Yeah, I'm having that kind of night.
So Sai, if you would like to, you can get in the last word before the interruption here.
And that's what I'll finish with. He's welcome to walk his own path, and if he chooses to go against the Empire, then that is not a path I will join.
Sounds good. All right,
E1 slowly and sadly rolls himself into the guest quarters here.
Yeah, and I'm going to back it up just a tiny bit further. You don't have to roll E1 to fly up to because you've got little rocket shoes, don't you?
Don't think so.
Ooh. Yeah, because
Might-
they're up in the canopy, and unless you have some way to lift yourself up there or alert someone to pull you up, I guess then you have to stay on the floor level. And Keb, E1 can point you in the direction, but you would have to make an athletics check to get up there. And I'm going to have it be at disadvantage if you try because it's nighttime now. So it's dark. Hey, that's cool. That's cool. You can get up there however you want to. Do you want to bring E1 with you? Can you bring your carrying weight? But you can carry. What does it say in here?
It doesn't say anything about carrying.
Okay, well, I'll let you carry your carry weight, right, which would be your weight, right? How heavy are you, E1?
I have that stat right here.
You're muted.
Let me see. I am 70 pounds.
Yeah, that's not very heavy. Not to belabor it with, but I do want to keep some of the things like within the realm of possibility, and it's nice to establish these things earlier. You haven't used your grapple yet. Cody?
Yep.
Are you good to stay on, or do you want me to wrap it up here?
Oh, I'm good for a little bit. Yep.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Anyone else want to get off, or maybe rephrase that? Anyone?
This would be a good
Don't
time.
already you haven't watched. It's going to take me a while. No, but if you guys are cool, I'm super cool. I've had one of these.
I think Ryer's getting ready to end.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap up here shortly.
Okay, sounds good. Well, we won't do.
I did not have Red Bull today, so
Yeah, that's okay. We won't do too much crazy stuff, but we might continue for just a little bit if everyone else is game. So right now I have 40 pounds of additional that I can carry. 40? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Did not hear that at all.
I can carry 40 additional pounds beyond the weight what I'm currently carrying for gear. So I think you're heavier than 40 pounds.
Yes.
So, see ya.
Anything you'd like to do, Ewan, from the ground?
You just wait till I get my climbing speed. Soon.
I see it up here. I'll let him know.
I'm imagining like suction cups being attached to the treads.
I mean,
That'll be the 6th level E1 unit. What's the 6th letter of the alphabet?
you mean the 6th version of the E1 unit?
All right, so then Keb would be the interrupter. So you're going to interrupt their little conversation here in the shed or the loft.
I'll just knock.
There's
other
no-
doors. I don't know.
I'm assuming there's at least the side of a tree I can knock on.
Yep, that's the side of the tree right there.
And do I see any Doug around that I can tell them that their bucket of bolts is in the ground needing to get up here?
You do not see. I don't know.
No, I mean, that's fine. Guys, have a second? Do you guys have a second?
Is this to talk about a book?
Talk about what?
Not that. Never mind. What?
Yes, Cab. Come here.
Okay, thank you.
I got it.
So, the prince, king, regent, whatever he is, likes technology. The ship we flew in was, at least as far as I know, saw by the Empire. I think we can trade the ship for other transport options and some upgrades for ourselves. Also, apparently, there is a quantumly entangled E1 unit that has the memory engrams from the prior two exploding E1 units. It's currently sitting on the ground down there because I wouldn't help it up.
Well,
Another droid.
Yes.
how does
We can
it
probably stay in the trees far enough for it not to see us get back down if we want to get to the ship and do the negotiation without it.
How does it have the memories of past E1s? I mean, it would need some
I've
kind of.
asked it several times. It will not tell me. Or it doesn't know.
It would need some kind of satellite database for it to be able to upload to each time.
I mean, it would need a quantumly entangled holocron uplink that would be able to go into the HoloNet and have subspace transmission capabilities with at least 20 terajoules of backup data.
And there's
For
no
a
way,
random astromech droid.
there's no way Doug's are having that kind of technology.
There's no way the Empire is having that kind of technology. I mean, that's the old Republic type stuff.
Yeah. So
I mean,
I'm wondering if he's being controlled by somebody that we would prefer not to be aligned with.
at this point, he was trying to root around the ship, asking to steal his stuff, apparently.
I mean, that's yet to be proven, but okay.
Yeah, but
We would need some kind of way to be able to validate it, I suppose.
I mean, I can take it apart, see if I
Yeah.
can find that transceiver that would be required in order for this transfer to happen.
Gotten the code, the verification code for us to be able to validate that it's the same droid.
What's
You guys
it?
are going to see a Doug guard. He's going to walk up to here, and he's going to say, "Keep it down."
Keep what down? I don't have my guns in my hand. You've already told me to not do it, not pull them out.
Our village is trying to sleep.
And we're trying to have a discussion.
Just keep it down.
Fine. There's a
Once
very,
again,
very
keep what down?
rusted bucket of bolts on the ground down there. Can you get it up?
Oh, I can get it up. He turns around, and he goes over there, and there's like a little basket rope system that they use to pick up food and stuff like that.
Fuck! Didn't expect you to actually go.
Of course. I mean, what? You think they're going to carry everything up in small bunches?
So he's over there. He's going to roll. I'm going to say that he barely succeeds in pulling E1. It's like really heavy for him, but he gets another nearby Doug to help him, and they pretty easily pull E1 up to the main platform there. So
Okay, well, hush, hush, Bob's your uncle, and what I was previously talking about when he gets here. But the other part, we've got the option of getting rid of the ship and trading it for some upgrades and some speeder bikes. And not having the Empire blow us out of the sky the second we get seen anywhere near civilization.
Speeder bikes might actually suit us with what we want to do.
I'm gonna slowly and
So,
sadly.
What?
I wanted to confer with you guys before selling the ship out from underneath you.
Slowly and
Yes, the
sadly
ship does us no
roll
good
my way in.
currently.
I'm gonna slowly and sadly roll my way in there.
I'm going to wait for it to only be us before I talk further. To make sure that the Dougs are gone and stuff like that.
you look down the walking away out of your ship. I
Can't
believe
hear
him to be out here.
What?
He's out of earshot at this point. Just so you know, he's over down here, continuing to walk. I said you believe him to be out of earshot, but he is.
Okay. So I'm going to, once everybody's in there, are we missing anybody?
Anglea decided to stay with the ship and the Princeling.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna steal the ship. Yeah.
that way,
All right.
the Princeling wouldn't pull a fruit hay on us.
Yeah. Well,
So,
I'm not worried about the prince as much because I don't think he has anywhere else to go. But I get it.
but she was very adamant about not being the tie break on it, but was siding on the getting rid of the ship. And we can take the discussion to the ship if we want to include Anglea in the discussion.
Well,
Again, didn't want to sell the ship out from underneath everyone without at least giving people the option of speaking. And you guys need comm links. I can't be the only one with comm link.
I appreciate the sentiment coming over and making sure. This might be a discussion we want to go get Aglea what we want to do next. And
And have you guys had any food? Because I am famished. It has been since breakfast.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have like leftovers. We ate while we were up here. I don't know why you didn't come with us, but
Because the prince dragged me along, and it was actually somewhat interesting conversation.
Just to interject here, you guys know where the food is, but you do not have any food with you.
all right, I'll get up and I'll go get some like easy leftovers to bring back for Kev and Aglio.
So I'll just quickly resolve that. So you walk over there, you can still see those ones that had bad trips they're pretty much just cacked out, sleeping in this area over here. The food and the pipe are both sitting here. There's like little scraps of food left. It's actually what they have eaten off of already. There's no like fresh plates, but there are more leaf plates there, and there are like scraps of berries and jerky that you could put on plates for Aglaia and Keb if you want to
I'm
bring
gonna
this back.
just kind of make a plate with the most plate or two with the most appetizing looking food, like as much that doesn't look like it's just half-eaten food already.
And you're not trying to sneak or anything right now, are you?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think there's a reason to. They're all kind of passed out, and I'm just, if they ask, I'm just going to tell them I'm getting some more food.
Yep, no worries. So then you can return back there with those plates of food.
All right.
While Dash is gone, I'm gonna look to Sai and Talus. So, are we good, or what was that all about?
We're good.
Okay.
Sell the ship. I think it is a good one.
No. You and Dash were having a animated discussion that I heard the tail end of, and
Oh, well, Dash revealed himself to be a Republic sympathizer, so it seems that he is interested in going to war against the Empire, which I have told him that I am not interested in.
Let me know when I come back, please.
Speaking of, you saw the pipe, Mr. Drug Addicted. Are you going to try and
I'm letting this go on, but the moment I get back, yeah.
so
I'll interject with a loud when you're back.
Okay.
So what's wrong with being pro-Republic?
Nothing, but openly opposing the Empire in this unfortunate circumstance is suicide, and I'm not interested in dying.
Okay, well, just being against the Empire doesn't automatically mean death, does it?
Yes, it does. Being openly opposed to the Empire is automatic death.
Fuck, I need to get off world really fast, because there's someone I've got to get rescued.
I think most of us would agree with it, but
Yeah, I fucked up then.
It does not matter where we go. The Empire will find us eventually.
it is possibly true.
If you
But
wish,
it would be hopefully with greater resources than we have now.
So you're back, Dash, just so you know.
Well, I had a friend
I'm
who
gonna hand a plate of
shared
food.
Dash's beliefs then, and
I am no friend of the Empire. They are certainly no friend of mine.
I'm no friend of the Empire, and I'm no friend of the Republic. I don't owe allegiance to anybody.
well, I had a friend who shared Dash's beliefs, and the Empire disappeared him, and I did nothing to aid him. And that is, I find myself in the situation I currently am in. So for my cowardice, I need to rectify this as soon as I can.
So you guys notice that there are some Doug guards sort of heading your way, but as they get closer to you, they actually turn towards the entrance platform, and they're just standing guard there.
I already gave you a plate of food, Kevin. I'm going to let you know that I got a plate of food for Aglia. Maybe we should go take this to the ship.
We'll begin enjoying every bite of it, inquiring about things you probably have no idea about for spices and what this actually is. And, well, this is an interesting preparation for this. Like one of those tourists that goes to Asia and tries the street food and really has no idea what he's eating, but is enthralled by it.
Street food in Asia is amazing, but okay. Yeah.
Yes, but some of the times you don't know what it is you're actually eating.
That's besides the point. So yeah, I'm going to motion for us to go back to the ship. Are you going to go with?
Yeah, very good. Yes.
I mean, you would have to lead us anyways because we don't know where it is.
I will begin walking and eating and
So you guys are going to get to the platform where you enter and exit, and these Doug are going to meet you here, and they're going to. The front guy here is just going to say, "Please just return to your room for the night. We don't leave at night because of the dangers in the forest, and the queen has ordered everyone to stay here in nighttime. So just please go back."
Where's your prince?
He's probably staying
Nope.
in his garage.
Yeah, and that's where we're going to go. It's just a minute away from here.
I'm sorry, the queen has asked me not to let anyone leave, so you would have to go back to your accommodations that she's so generously given you, strangers, and you may sleep or stay awake. Doesn't matter to me. You just can't leave.
How high are we off the ground?
You are about, I'm going to say 45 feet off the ground.
Oh, never mind. I didn't think it was that high.
Yeah, it's high enough where, you have to get up and down from this entrance area that they've created there. I mean, you don't have to, but that's, the safest, most manageable way to do it. Sai could probably climb up and down trees, no problem, but, Kev's got his grappling hook, so he could probably enter pretty much anywhere he wanted to, but they just have prepared that area. So you also cannot see from where you're at whether or not there would be other guards in other areas around the camp. You just see these guys right here. You'd be risking whatever's out there at night that they're keeping you away from.
Do we have an idea of what's out in the forest at night?
What's that?
Do we have an idea of what might be out there that they're trying to quote unquote protect us from?
E1 probably would know. Probably, large predatory animals that historically in the past have fed on the Doug are out there at night. And that's part of the reason why they remain in the trees.
Large predatory animals that have historically preyed on the Doug at night are out there.
I will get that information before next session.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I might. We could pick this up next time because I might try to persuade them that I am a hunter and I might be able to help them rid of some predatory creatures as well as gain some food for them. But
Okay.
I mean, we could pick this up next time because I might have some idea of whether these are things that we could be able to take care of as well.
Yeah, I'll put the information for those animals in the Discord at some point this week so that you guys can learn about them and figure out what you're dealing with before next time. I just didn't prepare that.
No, it's perfectly fine. The role of a DM is basically expect the unexpected and just kind of go with things. We just happen to be somebody that needed to take off, and it is getting a little late.
Yep. Let's see here. Do you want to say anything to Aglaya? Is Aglaya still on? No. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, that's okay.
Part of the reason why. No idea what you're saying.
Sorry. I said I've got a comm link, and Inglea's on the ship, so I could use the comm link to get a hold of the ship and put it on speakerphone, so we could continue the conversation in our room with Inglea listening in and acting a part of it.
I just don't know who else would be listening.
True.
I'll also say too before we leave this session that this is like a rare occurrence where you guys will have the opportunity to role play with each other out of the session if you'd like to on Discord. So if you guys want to, you can continue conversations at night. I'll probably pick it up next session in the morning so you guys will have a long rest. So if there's anything else you guys want to say before bedtime, you can do that in the chat. You know, if there's anything you want to role play before next session, just know that you'll probably have a long rest tonight. With the exception of Dash, you are going to get up in the middle of the night with some hankerings for spice, which we'll address next time. But pretty much everyone else is going to likely wake up in the morning, depending on what happens with Dash in the middle of the night. But we'll, that's where we're going to be. We're going to time jump a little bit, and then, so like I said, if you guys want to role play anything in the chat, it's one of those rare, in between session times where you've got a long rest where you can do that.
I am not responsible for anything that happens.
Not that kind of spice, kid. All right. So, yeah, I guess unless there's anything else, you guys have a good night. I'll get the session recording up there and stuff from Nathan. And like I said, we'll have a time jump. We'll probably resolve Dash's actions and then jump to the morning next session.
We couldn't hear that.
I said I'll be sure to charge my cell phone so I can be heard next time.
That sounds like a plan.
I have no idea why you guys can pick me up and not Keb. I'm talking quieter than he is.
Whoever it's pointing at, like
It's the
literally
angle.
whoever it is pointing at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird.
Well, is your microphone down here, or where is it located? I don't know. It's weird.
The microphone is actually down here. It's
Oh, okay. There you go.
If you want to role play,
Big microphone.
I don't know why I couldn't see it before.
if you want to role play the withdraw symptoms during the week, just let me know.
Sounds good. Yeah, we could. We could probably resolve it that way too. Yeah, I don't think it'll take long, so we could probably just do it at the beginning of next session.
Okay.
But yeah. All right. Yeah, you guys have a good night, and we'll
Take care.
catch you in 2 weeks.
Good night. Thank you very much.
Good night.
Later, everyone. Good game.
Bye.
Bye, game.